Hello everyone, and as you're working through the introduction to the tarot, I thought I'd just do a wee short video on the court cards. And I want you to think about them as, do you remember the happy families, the children's cards? So I want to kind of talk to you about the suit of swords and the rest of the suits and kind of almost make it like a happy families deck. So starting with the suit of swords, and here we have the king of swords. Very much to the point, no messing. This is a Ronsi lad, does what it says on the tin. Straight to the point and does not suffer fools gladly. Very legal, authoritarian and very direct. Somebody who would be firm but fair, but again doesn't suffer fools gladly. So this is the kind of cut to the chase family and very much to the point. Then we have the Queen of Swords, and again she is very, there's a lot going on in her mind, very always thinking, always processing, always analysing, quite creative, has to be kind of creating all the time, quite happy to go along and go with the flow unless someone stands on her toes, at which case the sword comes out and then it's off with your head. So she's a force to be reckoned with. We then have the Knight of Swords, who is in a hurry, everything's yesterday, wants to get to where he's going, very much about communication, so written word, emails, through the airwaves as in telephone. He's out to make a mark and he's out to kind of make sure that he gets to where he's going. Don't get in his way because he'll kind of just run you over. And then we have the Squire or the Page in some decks. And this is a kind of younger child who very much is like, again, in his own power. Older than their years for their age, from a young age. And again, they live in their mind. Creativity, imagination, all of that, always going. It comes out with things you think, wonder where they got that. So again, very much, these are the hurry cards. This is the hurry, happy family suit. It's the suit that gets to the point, gets the job done, and no messing. Okay? By the way, the deck that I'm using here are the Parallel World. Quite a simple deck as well to start with. I've suggested some other decks like the Rider-Waite, but this is quite a good deck to start with. We're now moving on to the Pentacles, and I would say this is the security, stability, the money family. Here is the King of Pentacles, sitting quite happily on his throne. He's very much in his power. He manages his money well, so he could be something to do with finance, a banker, certainly somebody who keeps the books and makes sure that everything is balanced. Quite earthy, quite down to earth, but again, a keen eye for detail. The Queen of Pentacles. Don't give this lady any tat. She wants quality. She would rather pay extra for something and know that it's going to last rather than buy two of something. Again, she's very earthy. She's very loving. She's very giving. And I feel, again, finances for this lady have to be balanced. She doesn't want any surprises. She doesn't want any last minute shocks. Everything is in order in the financial area. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Very much wants to create a secure and stable future. He would, or she, they would study, make sure that their learning is appropriate to give them the right lifestyle that they're looking for. So they're happy to take the time and get there so long as there's a reward at the end of the day. Very earthy again, very practical, pragmatic. And then you have the Squire, again a younger child, very knowledgeable, very grounded, comes out with things and you think, for a younger child, you know, that makes a lot of sense. So very practical, not that money is their god, but they would know exactly what they want and they stand very much in their own power. That's the Suit of Pentacles. Now we have the Firepower, the Suit of Wands. And as you can see, it doesn't look as if there's any kind of give with this. Now, wands are very creative, very expressive, very creative in their imagination. So you could be like an entrepreneur. This is an entrepreneurial, creative, expressive. And so you might think about the likes of Richard Branson here, who, captain of industry, wants to get things sorted, but always coming up with new ideas. They're the kind of starters of projects, getting the ball rolling. You might find that an earth sign or a pentacle will help to keep that ball going, but these are quick fire aha moments. Do you know what I mean? We have the Queen of the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands again sits very strongly in her power. She has achieved ambition, power, status. She is where she wants to be. Now, that doesn't have to be in a career, that could be in her family life, but as long as it's done the way she wanted, then she's a happy lady. Something about a leopard doesn't change its spots. She can see right through someone, even at 100 paces, so there's no messing with this lady. Then you have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, very artistic, creative, very dreamy, very driven, and this person is really getting to where they want to be, but it has to be fun, it has to be exciting. There's a wee bit of a challenge there, but they're up for the challenge. It's kind of like bring it on. And then we have the Squire, or the Page of Wands, and again, you know, these are imaginative children, very much could be a bit daydreamy, maybe always drawing, or, you know, use drawing as a medium to express themselves. They like fun, they like the artistic, they like the creative, all of that. That kind of lights their fire. Passionate. This is a passionate suit who, if they're in their power and they're doing the right thing, great things happen. Okay. And then lastly, we have, I've got these in the wrong order. We have the King of Cups. Oh, such a lovely, lovely man. Very demonstrative, very loving, just a really nice person, quite spiritual, very tuned in, very calm, calmer waters. Would not just do for family, but would do for other people. This is a caring and sharing and psychic family. I'm speaking low because it automatically pulls my energy down and makes me feel calm. Then we have the Queen. She's a very psychic in her power lady. She might have visions, dreams being important, but she trusts her gut and she follows her gut. Very sensitive, loving, caring lady. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. God, lost stuttering. The Knight of Cups. This is very much about proposals and propositions. The Knight of Cups, when seen in a setting, depending on what's round about it, is very much about something being offered. This young man would offer kindness, but offer love, offer kind of understanding and empathy. But sometimes it's about a proposal of marriage, a proposal to do with work as well. So it's a really lovely card. And then the Squire, the young child, dreamy, lots of, again, a wee bit kind of looking out the window in their own wee world, can be a little bit deep, a wee bit into themselves, psychic perhaps from a very young age, not knowing what it is, but again, it's the sensitivity of this child. You'll tell by their eyes. It's as if you look into their eyes and you kind of sink into their eyes. They're beautiful children. And I quite often feel a lot of them are like what we call indigo children. You know, they're kind of trailblazers. They want to make their mark. They kind of challenge sometimes, but in a sensitive and intuitive way. So for me, this is a sharing, caring, psychic, and intuitive suit. So there you have it. There are the 4 suits of quartz, and hopefully you'll practice with your own deck. Remember, every deck is different. Sometimes it's a really good idea to get 2 decks and separate the court cards, put the different court cards down so that you get the sense of what's different, what draws you, what pulls you, where it provokes you to think, and by doing this you expand your skills and your horizons. So have fun playing with that, and I hope you've enjoyed this short wee video on your quote cards. Thank you.